Claymont steaks are the best, no doubt. Clearly, the number one priority has to be making Delaware a good place to do business and creating jobs. A lot of things go along with that, including having the best public schools and colleges and universities. I like a lot of the Eagles players, but have to go with Alshon Jeffries on offense and Malcolm Jenkins on defense. Those two guys are great. They're great leaders, but I like all the Eagles. Go Birds. We don't just support Hispanic Delawareans and Hispanic Americans on Hispanic Heritage Month. We try to do it every day, and the most important thing we're doing right now is to make sure that every child in our state has an opportunity to be successful in school, and that's why I created opportunity funding that would provide extra resources for children that speak English as a second language. I'd love to be able to visit Southern Elementary and serve lunch. We'll see if we can get that on the schedule. I like a lot of restaurants in Delaware, but the one that I keep going back to is Attilio's, an Italian restaurant in the city of Wilmington. I've been going there for years, and it's one that I really enjoy. Well, there are a lot of things that we're trying to do. Most important among them is improve the schools in the city of Wilmington, but we're working directly with Mayor Przicki and Chief Tracy on something we call Group Violence Initiative, providing an out for some of these young people who are involved in these violent groups and trying to give them a different alternative to violence on the streets. We'll see whether it works. We hope so. We know the mayor and the chief are doing the best, and we hope to help them. I've just finished reading Ted Kennedy's autobiography, True Compass, and I'm about to start the biography of Alexander Hamilton by Ron Chernow. The first thing that I look at each year when we put together our budget, working with Mike Jackson, our budget director, is our pay policy. We do everything we can to increase the pay for our state employees and for our teachers. Increasingly, it's important to pay our teachers as much as we can to make sure that we attract the best here to Delaware and to keep the teachers that we have working hard. Favorite beach has to be the south side of the Indian River Inlet. I just love it there. I went to the Outlaw Festival just this past weekend at the Mann Music Center with Bonnie Raitt and Alison Krauss, and the keynote at the end, Willie Nelson. The most important thing every Delawarean can do to keep Delaware litter-free is not to litter yourselves, to resist the temptation to throw something out your car window when you're driving down the road, and maybe even to participate in a neighborhood cleanup or adopt a highway. I'd love to stop by there to see the children, and in particular to participate in Government Week for the fifth graders. Just a couple weeks ago, I talked to union leaders. Just about every one of them that I talked to said that their members were working, and that's a really good thing. Things that's driving that, and will drive it in the future, is our partnership with Gulf-Tainer, who's going to build a new addition to the Port of Wilmington along the Delaware River and Edgemoor. And all that work will be done with union labor. My favorite lunch spot is Libby's on 8th and Tatnall in Wilmington. I've been going there for years and love it. One of the biggest challenges that we face here in Delaware and across the country is the opioid epidemic. Our Lieutenant Governor, Bethany Hall Long, is leading our efforts and doing a good job in creating a system of care that would help those folks fighting that addiction and helping to prevent the overdose deaths that we've seen in the last couple of years. We're also working on health and wellness programs. The Lieutenant Governor started Lieutenant Governor's Challenge 2.0. We've got a lot of work to do. The most important thing that Delaware has done is to join the 25 other states in the U.S. Climate Alliance, coming up with plans in our individual states and the country to address climate change. We do that by reducing carbon emissions from electricity generation, and we've made a lot of progress here in Delaware with those electricity generating plants, as well as transportation and reducing carbon emissions from automobiles. That's something we need to do more work on, and I've asked Secretary Cohen and others in state government to figure out ways that we can do that. It sounds like this question is from one of my family members, and I'm going to have to get back to them on that.